And we're back with another episode of R&R. I am your host, Jamerson Ballard. Happy Monday, everybody. Shout out to the Rand Gang and the Capital Letter Club. How y'all doing this afternoon or this evening? Yeah, it's a little bit later than normal, man, because, my day is jam-packed with new things, and I'm going to try to give it a little bit for, people to come into the room, but I ain't going to wait too long because time is of the essence. Today's topic is me versus me. Because, that's where I'm at right now in my own life. I'm just trying to be my best self, man. Yeah, it was a point in time where, it was good enough for me to just be better than, people right next to me, or around me, but to be perfectly honest, man, it is an alarming amount of regulars out there. A lot of normies, you know what I'm saying? And, I caught myself giving some game to a younger person not too long ago. And, it reignited something in me. And this is kind of a guide for self-motivation. I don't want to be just better than a bunch of regular dudes. You know what I'm saying? I got to a point where I put on blinders and I'm just trying to be my own last best record. And whatever I did yesterday, I'm trying to do it better today. It don't even have to go as far back as last year. I want to get dressed faster than I did yesterday. I want to get more accomplished than I did yesterday. So, and what you're accomplishing is probably great. For where you are. But I'm not trying to compete with no other person right now. I'm just trying to be my own personal best. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, you've probably heard a couple songs saying that, but I feel like that's just where I'm at today, and I should expound on that a little bit more for those of you who might not have been exposed to that way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I get bored fast, and so, there are people that motivate me in a way, but I gotta do things to keep myself challenged. And like I said, a lot of people bore me, man. I'm tired of seeing all these copycats, and if I want to be the best, I gotta be better than myself, because and it's not to sound boastful or proud, I'm just saying I haven't seen a lot of people who are making waves in a lot of the ways that I think that I'm doing it. And although, I feel like maybe it could be even better than where I'm coming with it right now, at this point, the quality of some of the content I've created is just, it's not for everybody, but in the realm of where I'm doing it, it's the best that I've seen. Especially with the fact that it's not like I'm some type of celebrity or anything. I just see a need for more originality. But shout out to everybody who maybe I've inspired, but like I said, and to the few people who have inspired me, I appreciate you. Like people like Gorgeous Dre, amazing dude, and it's just some of the things that should be touched on aren't being touched on, and some of the things that might need to be touched on more are being avoided because it's not something that will probably garner a million views. And I'm not necessarily trying to, get a million views altogether. I mean, it's nice if I was to get a million views, but I don't know if a million people want to know some of the stuff that I'm talking about because it's not something everybody is wanting to do. A lot of you would rather just cut and paste what you've seen other people do to get a million views. And a lot of that has to do with deceiving, lying, clickbait, and things like that. There's really not a lot of original content or things that's going to help grow a person to get them to where they really need to be, so we can do some of the stuff that we need to do, most especially in our community. But if like I know, a lot of people are inspired by what we're doing in our community. I mean, even around the world. And it's just kind of crazy because, I've seen people out in Africa trying to drink cough syrup. And it's just kind of sad, because we don't always understand how influential we are and how much our culture affects the rest of the world. I got a nice little glimpse of it during the time where George Floyd was going through the circumstance that he was going through and made his transition. How the uproar that we kind of put up out here in the States kind of ignited something in other areas of the world where it was just like, I didn't understand that we had that much influence. But with that being said, I have to take my own circumstances more seriously and make it a point to give out something that was going to actually help the people that are more like me. You know what I mean? Or who might see me as something, as an influence. And I take my job seriously because I'm just, if you're an older person, you might not necessarily see any value in this because you might be at a certain point. But for a lot of younger people, they're not getting any of this told to them because a lot of people that are older than them are maybe threatened by them, and they only giving them certain bits and pieces or enough to just keep them from being better than them. Some people are happy with just being better than the people behind them, or it's just I'm just not necessarily one of those people. I'm willing to share, but also I'm under the impression that me lighting your candle doesn't make my light any dimmer. You know what I'm saying? It creates more light in the room, but it also creates more shadows. So as much as I would like to be a shining example of what people should be more like, I have to understand that there's a shadow being casted, and I'm not trying to make anybody else feel less than or jealous of or make myself some type of target or anything. I'm just gonna be the best me I can be every single day I'm here, and I hope that inspires somebody else to be the best then and not be less you because you're scared of threatening other people and how they might feel about you. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to make other people uncomfortable. I've said in the last episode, a few episodes previous, that comfort is the enemy of success. What you might be doing might inspire the next grade, whatever. But if you too afraid to be your best self because you scared to threaten somebody else, or you're not doing the world no favors. That's all I'm really trying to say, man. So, me, I like me and what I got going on, but I always feel like I can improve. So I'm just going to keep doing that. And if that makes you feel uncomfortable, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. You know, step it up. You know, I'm not trying to steal nobody's nothing. I'm pretty sure your girlfriend might be nice, but to be honest, or you know, whatever you might have is nice, but it's none of that is even on my radar. I'm not trying to take nothing that's yours. And if you understand, like I understand, what's going on? What's going on there? I mean, I can't. What's yours is yours, and if it's meant for you to have it, there ain't nothing you can do to lose it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like Manny Fresh them used to say, man, get your shine on, man. You know what I mean? Don't be scared to shine, and you know, let your light shine. It's not for you to be putting it under a bed or something, you know, because you want to stay hidden. I'm just gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Hopefully that inspires somebody else to do what they're supposed to do and operate to the best of their ability. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of scary, you know, taking a risk. But they say chances make champions. You know what I mean? So what are you willing to do to become the best you? Because you got to do something you never done before to get a result you've never had before. And, you know, that's not something you really hear a lot of. Also, it takes a good follower to be a good leader. And it's just about who are you following? Who are you emulating? And don't be afraid to give them their credit. Because a lot of people is kind of taking pieces and bits, but they don't want to give credit where credit is due, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, I'm not trying to steal nobody's nothing. If what's going on, everybody? How you doing? If you done something to inspire me, I don't have any problem giving the person they credit. Like I said, Andre Taylor is a great man, and I appreciate all the game he's given and is shared over the years. And any of y'all like what I have to say, Brett has some other things that you can gain from also. And yeah, he used to be a pimp, but he's also done some things to get some laws changed that has inspired me in a way. And it'd be good if a lot of more of us would you know, take that example instead of just trying to outshine the people around us. And that makes you feel good because you got a few trinkets, you know, a few gold chains, and that's enough for you. You know what I mean? But I'm not really on that. I'm not hating on that, because whatever level you at now, you know, I hope to God that in the near future your levels go up and you get to a point where you're not trying to just outshine the people around you, but you trying to just be your best self, because that's just, it'll make the world a little bit better. You know what I mean? But I understand, like I said, it's a lot of cut and paste out there, and a lot of people that's comfortable with being, you know, a little bit better than the next man. And they only give enough to where, you know, they're happy for you, but they're only happy for you as long as you're not doing better than they are. And that's kind of scary, but that's probably the majority of people, whether they want to admit it or not. You know, you sound happy and you sound glad that the person is doing something, but the minute they do better than you hating secretly. You might even be giving them poisonous praise, I've heard, where you giving compliments, but you cutting them at the same time, because they've now made you afraid to bring your girlfriend around because they doing a little bit more. Look, I'm not worried about what a person has acquired, because, you know, the maintenance fees is real. So So, that might be the next episode, but at the same time, man, just do what you got to do to be the best you can be. And don't be worried about what the next man got going on, because, like I said, he might be driving this, but at the same time, the bro ain't got $1 in his pocket. He might have a new XYZ, but they don't got the money to maintain it. People out there looking to grab houses and stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to be trying to grab nothing full price when I know it's a plethora of people who bought cribs and things of that nature, and they can't afford the upkeep. So they probably going to lose it. The bank going to come get it, and I'll be right there to snatch it up. I don't see myself getting into no mortgage for 30 years, trying to outdo my neighbor when, to be honest, they just trying to outdo their neighbor. And, I know you probably know people like that. They didn't spend their last trying to shine, and, 2 months later, they get behind on their bills, and they have to pawn something that they bought to look cool. I see it more than a little bit, where it's like a guy got all these little gold chains on, and he just bought a new Challenger and all of this, but you tell him he got to pay $20 to get in, and he arguing with me down. Like, bro, that don't even sound like a person with money. You sound like a broke dude. That's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? You just wiped out all of the cool stuff you got going on the outside, trying to save some money, but you got money to go out, but you ain't got enough money to go out or to show out. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But yeah, people be telling on themselves, man. You gotta watch people, man. Just because he driving a Benz don't mean he really got Benz money. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't about being shiny like that. Some people feel like they gotta wear their money. You know what I mean? But when you get to another level, you're not trying to draw that much attention to yourself. What's up with it, fam? What's happening, y'all? It's just crazy though, man. But yeah, watch for the hook, man, because a lot of this out here is just bait. You know what I mean? They trying to reel you in with what's going on the outside, but underneath it all, they don't really got what it takes to maintain what they got right now. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's me versus me, man. You know what I mean? Because although some of you have gone further than where I'm at right now, it might have taken me a little bit more to get to where I'm at. But it'll be greater later. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather eat steak with a player I'd rather starve with a player than eat steak with a square. You know what I'm saying? So somebody that's offering me an opportunity to do something right now, the strings attached is just kind of not worth it to me. So it's like, thank you, but no thank you. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor and don't do me no favors. You know what I mean? I'll go about it, the harder way. And I'll get mine a little bit later, but I'll be able to hold on to mine because I ain't got nobody trying to take what they didn't earn from me because I was borrowing or, needed something right now, and I took a loan, and, now I gotta pay 4-5 times that back because I wanted it right now. I'm not even trying to go through that. I'll start my platform where I'm at, take my 5 or 6 viewers to 60 or 70, and then to 7,000 or 8,000 over time. You know what I mean? But everybody is in a rush, trying to get something right now. I'm not even tripping. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, humble beginnings. You feel me? But like I said, it'll be greater later, man. I appreciate all y'all who view and come in and like and share and subscribe, and all my like I said, all my Rant Gang members and all my Capital Letter Club members who might be a little bit growner in the game, if that's even a word. But if you grown into, this and made it to another level, or you made transitions to another point in your life, I appreciate y'all, man, because like I said, man, it's all about stepping into your own and being your best self, man. Putting the blinders on and doing better than you done yesterday, instead of constantly comparing yourself to your older cousin or even your younger cousin or brother who may have this or that, but they might also be morally bankrupt. They don't care who they'll hurt or have to take advantage of in order to get where they're trying to go. Man, I've seen a dude who it seemed like he might have his stuff together, but come to find out, this dude killed his own brother. I mean, he killed his brother. First of all, like, I don't know if it was a jealousy thing, but I mean, you look like you got something going on, but I can't. When it comes down to it, I can't be involved with a person like that, man. What kind of chance do I got if I'm associated with a person that killed his brother or steal from his mama? You a nigga that stole from your mama? I can't be friends with that, bro. You know what I mean? Because birds of a feather flock together, and if you the type of dude that don't take care of your kids, we can't be friends. You know what I'm saying? You're not a man of your word, we're not gonna be associated with each other for very long once I find that out, man. You disrespectful. I don't care how much money we done made together. If I understand, and we done great business together, but if it gets to a point where I find out and you get comfortable, you start to get disrespectful, then I'll cut ties with you, because I'm not finna be tongue wrestling with you to try to get you to understand that you being disrespectful. That's a wrap, man. So yeah, I'll take an L like this right now in order to clear the air and get myself to another point where I'm not, the people that'll be around me will be people who are, of value. You know what I mean? And not morally bankrupt in order to get to the millions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy with what I got right now, and I'll take my time leveling up, because it ain't about trying to get there faster. It's about being able to hold on to what I got when I get there, like the tortoise and the hare, per se. You know what I mean? Because who on top right now might not be there in the next 6 months. It ain't about getting there the fastest. It's about staying there. You know what I mean? But it's lonely at the top, for real. And so you have less and less people to, that you can identify with. And at a certain point, like I said, it'll become where it's you versus you, if you smart. And you're not just happy with being better than the people around you in a way. You just trying to be the best you can be. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that I've helped somebody with what I got to say, because, like I said, I see too much of this nonsense out here where it's just people, cutthroating each other, trying to take what another man got, taking men's girlfriends and doing all this. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I have no interest in your female or whatever you got or what you've acquired. And I don't necessarily judge a man on what he has. But when I look and see how much he's been able to maintain it, that kind of changes. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, the maintenance fees is real. You know what I mean? It's just, if you're a younger person, you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, yeah. During the time when he was a younger dude and his mom was buying everything for him, he got J's and all that. But now that he got this and that going on, he don't, he ain't got nobody sponsoring him no more. You see him, he took a couple levels down, and he might have kids and all of this going on, and you don't see the J's no more. Are you walking with J's on? Like, ooh, that's scary. You know what I mean? Or you'd rather have an iPhone than a car. In an area where I'm at, man, having a form of transportation is paramount. You gotta have that. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't, aspire to have nice things, iPhones, things like that. But like I said, there's levels, man. You need to have a revenue stream. then a place to live, then a vehicle. I mean, you know, then a girlfriend. Well, I mean, to answer your question, yeah, I started something, and I keep it lit because you know, I've gotten to a point where I'm not consumer minded no more. You know what I mean? I do try to keep a few revenue streams, but at the same time, it's just, you know, I'm not here to brag about what I got going on. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who will say they got this and they got that, but, you know, it's just to make people feel like they doing better than they are. And they might have had something for a little while. They don't got it no more. You know what I'm saying? They might have had several different things at one point, but it ain't about what you used to have, man. It's what you got now and what you gonna keep, you know, what you can hand down, because you can't die with it either. So I don't want nobody to get wrapped up about, you know, too much about money, because it ain't necessarily just about money. And it's about, they'll tell you it's about the journey, and it is. It's about getting to a certain point and traveling and finding, making connections and things like that. Because once you get to a certain point, then it's really boring just having it. You know what I mean? A lot of young people just want to have stuff, and you don't really learn as much when it's given to you, because you'll see people who win the lottery and they lose it all. And because a fool and his money will soon part, but when you earn it, when you go through the proper steps, you'll do what it takes to maintain it and keep it going. And if it do fall, because it will, you'll do the same thing you did to get it again, you know, that you did to acquire it in the first place. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily bad to hand things down to your kids, but if they didn't earn it, they're not going to cherish it the way you did when you was creating it. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, it's crazy, because it's like people who have children and they are well off, it's like their kids don't do as well because they didn't go through the struggle in a way to get to where they are, because they don't appreciate things. And I'm real big on, you know, being appreciative and appreciating what it is that a person brings to the table, because, you know, they walk or whatever. And you see people who got parents that are crack addicts, and those kids tend to do a lot better than people who have well-off parents. You know, they get on drugs and things like that because their life is a little too comfortable. They ain't really had no challenges. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that ain't got that safety net up under them, they gonna move a little more carefully, and they gonna cherish what they get, and they gonna appreciate things, and they gonna make moves to where they keep things coming in. And, you know, I just try to, you know, do right by the people around me, because it's not always easy to be around me because, you know, I don't really necessarily trust people. But at the same time, you know, I'm not trying to run people off. I'm just, like I said, man, comfort is the enemy of success. And what are you doing to make yourself, you know, uncomfortable? You know what I mean? Like, if you doing it better than you've been doing, like, are you doing things to make yourself ready for your next stage, your next level? Are you reviving yourself? And like, you know what I mean? Are you just, because when they say revival, it just means, are you shaking up? You know what I mean? I don't necessarily want to have things happen around me to make me get up and move. I just I see that things are a little bit too, you know, lackadaisical, and I try to, you know, do some things to shake my own self up. And that's what I mean by, you know, it's just me versus me. You know what I'm saying? I can't just wait for something to happen. You know, I try to keep the pot stirred up so so the flavor stays within the whole situation and not settle at the bottom. And it just, you need to be shaken up, and if you're going through some things, like I was saying in my last episode, it might mean that you due for a promotion. You know what I mean? You might need to reevaluate how you look at stuff. Some people, they doing bad or they doing shady stuff around you, and you don't see that. You don't want them to leave your life. You want them to stay around. You want things to stay the way they is, but some things have to fall away or have to come so you can become who you finna be next. You know what I'm saying? You might have lost a job. You might have lost a car. You might even lost a loved one. You know what I mean? But those things was maybe supposed to happen in order for you to appreciate the experience that you had with the person and take what you learned from them and go on to the next level of life. You understand? Or, go into your next job with the knowledge that you had from your last job, and you don't see it yet, but it's gonna be paying you more. It's gonna be less stressful. But you so comfortable with having what you used to have, you can't see that. You clutching that so much that you can't see that it's best for that to leave you right now, and that didn't mean you no good, or that you due for a promotion. You know what I'm saying? So do what you got to do to stay ahead of the game. Read a book. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Work out a little bit more. Stretch. Do something so that, and let some things go. Some of the things that you're doing right now, you might not need to be doing no more. You know what I mean? And God is trying to take those things from you, or telling you that your health is, don't let it be something like your health is becoming something compromised in order for you to, start eating better or, living better. You might need to stop smoking cigarettes or Black and Milds or drinking so much beer. You know what I'm saying? But you don't let it take a doctor to tell you that you need to stop doing these things for you to start making changes, man. You know what I mean? Your kids is watching you if you got them. You know what I mean? Start developing some better habits. Take your time. You know what I mean? Breathe deep instead of always feeling like you need to smoke a cigarette in order to take the stress away. You know what I'm saying? And now you got lung cancer or things like that. Lord forbid, but it's just, sometimes we just need to take a step back, man, and do some things different in order for us to be better. And instead of you waiting for your older cousin or somebody to tell you how great they got it, or what they did, in order you be that person. You know what I'm saying? You know that you can't breathe that good. You go get your blood pressure taken. See what's going on with that. If you like a young, old person, or even if you're a young person, don't make it to where it's something you got to lose a loved one in order for you to start doing better or making better choices. You know what I mean? Or your kids telling you, or somebody your doctor tell you your kid got asthma, and you because you smoking hella cigarettes in the car with them. Stop that, man. Give them a chance and show them something different. If it ain't for you, which it should be, you should be doing all this stuff for yourself. You shouldn't necessarily be doing it for your kids or for somebody else to impress a girl or whatever, to make a nigga like you. You know what I'm saying? Just do what needs to happen, because for one, you be in tune with your body and listen to it. Because if you don't know, it's probably telling you something. You craving certain things. You might need to do a cleanse. You know what I'm saying? You might need to drink more water. You know what I mean? Walk sometimes instead of driving everywhere. But park a little bit further so you can get, so you can get your steps in, or whatever it takes, and make those changes before somebody or someone either dies or passes, or they have to tell you to do it, man. You know what you need to be doing, bro. I'm not trying to make nobody upset, but I'm not here to just get likes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, we need to be better people, period. And this is a guide to self-motivation. Do this because you see that you need to do something. Like I said, man, you watching TV all the time, man, or you on the internet all the time. Use it to figure out how to take a class or something. And it don't necessarily got to be something you got to pay for. Figure out how to get out of just working for a living and stop selling your time for money. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to help. I'm not trying to make nobody upset. And if you mad at me, then maybe you need to be. But take that anger and do something about it. Do something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't wait till your nigga tell you getting fat to be trying to lose some weight. You know what I'm saying? You might need to go get some waist beads or something. You know what I mean? And just be better for yourself. Not because somebody told you to do it. Quit having to be told to do it. And if you want your kids to be like that, then you need to show them by bitch doing. Mama going to work out. Daddy finna hit the gym. Just because you work 40 hours a day does not mean you don't got time to do 50 sit-ups or something. Do something. You know what I mean? Some of these, like where I'm at, it ain't a lot of people doing no running and walking and all that. But, you know, instead of just trying to figure out where you gonna get some margaritas or something, man, or eating wings all the time, man, eat a salad. Do yourself a favor. You know what I'm saying? Drink a V8 or something. Drink some more water, man. You know what I mean? If your stomach is tied up with your titties, hey, stop eating seconds for 3 months. You don't deserve it. You didn't ate to. You know that shit is delicious. Stop eating so much. It's okay. Well, I know pecan pie is good, you know, but chill. You see your family, diabetes in your family. Don't let your great uncle lose his foot for you to feel like you need to chill. You know what I'm saying? Just chill. It's okay. It's gonna be there. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to quit smoking. Don't just do it for no job. Do it because you want to be, you know what I'm saying? You want to save some money or something. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to get down on nobody, man. I'm just saying, bro, for me personally, I'm just trying to be the best me I can be, man. I mean, you know, I'm trying to lose this and do that and trying to gain more bread and do that, you know what I mean? It ain't because I'm seeing somebody else doing it, bro. It's just because I know what I need to be doing to be the best me I can be. And I want to get better as I get older. I don't want to be, you know, hunched over. You know what I mean? Sit up straight. You know what I'm saying? Dude, it's a lot of little stuff that you can do. It ain't, you know, just don't let it be because somebody had to tell you to do it, man. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, if I said something that's helped you, please, you know what I'm saying, don't be scared to hit me on Cash App. I'm not really here for the bread, but it is $SuperStee, SuperStee. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really like I said, I'm not doing this for no bread. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to get no money out of this. I just want y'all to get fed because some of y'all you're not gonna go nowhere where you gonna get this game. And you know, people ain't really offering it up like that. They just telling you what they want you to hear, what you want to hear. But it's some of this that needs to happen, man, for real. I mean, because I can't believe it's new cigarette smokers, new crack addicts. And it's because they done seen you doing some crazy, and you think it's cute. You drunk all the time. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why your kids ain't shit. It's because you ain't shit. They got it honest. You know what I mean? You always arguing. Stop doing that, man. Find another way to communicate. Be, you know, kinder to one another, man. First of all, just love yourself. You know what I mean? You can show another person how to love you by loving yourself a little bit better. And, you know, I know, right? At the same time, like, I really ain't really got into this too much, but it's season 2, man. So we gonna go in a little bit harder, but it's all out of love. Like I said, man, I'm finna sign off, man. Happy Monday, man. My name is Jamerson Ballard. Like, share, subscribe. You know, I hope y'all got a little bit out of this. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, it's all out of love, man. And I'll see y'all next time, man. Y'all have a pleasant evening.